everyone, Achika here, and it's finally time to announce the winners of Base Off Season-No. We had 9 incredible entries and a absolutely fantastic time streaming all of them over on Twitch. So if you guys have not seen the VODs, please check them out. I will link them up above because you guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. I say this every Base Off, but just the amount of people who show up and just the community that's around it is just so amazingly positive, and you guys are just incredible. Like, just absolutely, you knock it out of the park every single time. So again, thank you so much for all the support, all the donors too, to make the prize pools possible, and yeah, just for the base community in general on DCO, some of the best people I've ever met in an online gaming. So thank you guys so much for letting me do this and letting me tour your bases, and just your creativity is always just incredible. So again, thank you so much. So now that the thanks is out of the way, because I know you all probably are here for the winners, I do need to say how I did grade the winners. So there is a scale for Base Off every time, if you guys do not know. It's creativity, craftsmanship, logic, storytelling, aesthetic, and then the special check mark is if you use seasonal furniture or not, which I can attest to that the majority, if not all of you, did not use seasonal furniture. From what I saw in your bases, there might have been 1 or 2 that definitely that used 1 or 2, but again, like, it was very minor infractions for that, and when there were, those points were taken away. But I can say between the 9 entries for a challenge Base Off, which is incredible, you guys were all within 1 or 2 points of each other, according to my rubric of grading here, and the last two took up like 4 pages of my ledger just by trying to figure out which one won, because they kept dueling back and forth between, like, because they would excel in varying categories, and then they were tied in like the very 5th one, and I was like, well, this is gonna be a problem. So I had to go back through, and like I said, as always with judging, I had to go back and grade over and over again, but I finally came to a conclusion. So it was a very well fought contest for this one. I think Decade and Decor was probably the up there with this one for choosing the winners, because you guys absolutely killed it and crushed it, and the fact that it was a challenge and you guys did so well is pretty incredible. So again, thank you for your entries. So okay, I have gushed enough, and I have let you guys know enough about the judging and what happened. So why don't we get into the winners, which is what you all are here for. So let's start with 3rd place. 3rd place was one of it was one of the most interesting, and I think I said it on stream too, it was one of the most terrifying bases I have ever been in before, for a different reason than any other base, and that would be Frostwing's base, entitled the Super Soldier Project. If you guys saw it on stream, it was a slow burn into Baron von Savage's misdeeds and recruiting for his soldier project, which, given the climate of things nowadays, it's absolutely terrifying. I've been in hell pits and torture chambers. I've been in fiery hell, like I said, just fiery demises and the worst situations ever on DCUO. But man, that base absolutely shook me to my core at points. To where I was like, oh, okay, so it's kind of like the dangers of being indoctrinated, and the dire consequences for doing so as well. So if you haven't seen it, it will be featured next Wednesday, and Frostwing did an incredible job. The narrative structure of the base was beyond anything. Like, it's just a very slow burn, and once you realize what's happening, it's like, okay, this is very, very bad. So again, kudos for the mise en scene that you put in your base and the slow burn aspect of it, because It was very, very well done. So that is third place, Frostwing Super Soldier Project. So thank you again, Frostwing, for your incredible and absolutely terrifying entry. So we have first and second place left, and that would be between Psychotech's Haunted Hamlet and Ashicus the Muse's Hangar. Both bases were absolutely incredible in various ways. Tech created this extremely immersive little town, or hamlet, I guess you would say. Sleepy fishing village is how I like to call it, that has been overtaken by this eldritch god, and Ash created this incredible villainous lava underground like facility in a volcano, and a hangar for getting all the ships out into to do all kinds of villainous activities, and both of which were incredible in their own ways, and also limited in their own ways too. So I went back and forth with both of them. Tech did this incredible thing that I've never seen anybody do before, but he used a weakness that a lot of us in our base building like tend to struggle with, which is the shadow casting, and used that to his advantage to create this eldritch faceless shadow demon, which again, if you have not seen the VOD, please go check it out. The tour will be up in the next couple of days too. Both of them will be, Ash and his base, so please check those out. But I thought that was super creative, and it was really well done. And then Ash, on the other hand, made this incredible reactor room that utilized so many aspects of just very commonplace things that a lot of us overlook when we're base decorating, and made this beautiful amalgamation of a reactor in this volcano layer that the colors were so on point with one another, and it was just like, it had this beautiful walkway. Everything was beautifully symmetrical. And even you went behind the scenes and you got to see, like, it was a very claustrophobic, like, wire and like frayed, like, it was great. Like, it was it really felt like a haphazardly put together, like, stronghold of this villain who was trying to like I said, get a foothold in the villain world, in this volcano area. It was falling apart in places. It had chemicals strewn all over the place, and then at the very end, it had a hangar, and then you could see the ships floating around out in the volcano area, and it was just very, very cool. So both of them did an extremely amazing job with their dive themes, but only one could win, and like I said, I went back and forth between both of them, and it took about eight back and forths, and 8 more and more increasingly critical judging parameters for both of them, to figure out which one I wanted in first place. But after a very long fought battle, there was finally one that had 1 point, one single point more than the other one, at the the eighth rubric. So without further ado, for first place in Base Off Seaso-NO, we have Ashicus the Muse with the Hangar. And Psychotech will take second place for their Haunted Hamlet, both of which were incredible bases. So those are our 3 winners for Base Off Seaso-NO. Again, thank you so much to all our competitors and all your absolutely beautiful bases. You can expect showcases here on the channel here in the next coming months. If you are going to destroy your base or pick it up to be reused, please let me know ahead of time so that way I can film it for the channel. It might not come out on the channel right away, but I will have it in the archive so that way it'll be preserved and I can put it out at a later date. Because like I said, the time period right now for bases, there's so many bases to be filmed. You guys, the base community is extensive, and I had no idea when I started this channel how many there actually were, but I am booked up solid through almost November now, almost to December. with bases. So please, please, please let me know if you are going to get rid of your base beforehand, so that way I can film it and have it saved here on the channel and for the community, so everybody can check it out and you could have a reference point back to it for later days. But yeah, thank you again to all our contestants. Thank you for all the supporters, everybody who came out for the stream, everybody who helped me bump the base off thread in the forums, just everybody in the crafters Discord who supports, and thank you to all the donors who make the prize pool and base off possible. And yeah, thank you to all the viewers, you right now, even if you're, you know, like, for coming back and watching the videos and subscribing and all that good stuff. You guys are, yeah, thanks for just, for all the support. Yeah, so there will be, stay tuned. Then these 3 bases will be shown in the next, 2 Saturdays and Wednesday. For their showcases. Next Friday, we'll have the next Base Off announcement, which I'm super stoked about, and I think a lot of you will be super stoked about, because I think a lot of you have bases that fit into this particular category, and it'll be a really fun time. I'm super stoked about it. So yeah, be looking forward to that on Friday. And I think there are going to be a couple of Monday videos coming up here too, because I finished a base of my own, so be on the lookout for that. So it should be fun. So yeah, again, thank you to all the contestants. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.